Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaudavani Pachadane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paskatare Sutadade. I also want to express my deep appreciation for this incredible festival. We were here for the 25th anniversary, and that was wonderful. And this is even more wonderful. I'm sure it'll get better and better and better. Thank you so much. We actually came to Bombay, Vishaka Devi and myself, after touring with Srila Prabhupada for some months. We arrived, I think, sometime in 1971, not sure of the date, but we served here for about 1.5 to 2 years. And we were both photographers. I graduated in photography school. Vishaka was also there, photography school. And while we were serving in India, we always were thinking when are we going to use our talents in Krishna service? So we were taking films and video and still photographs. There was no video cameras then, and sending them back to Karandar Prabhu at the BBT. So he thought at one point, after those articles, the photographs were printed in BTG and the films were distributed in, uncut, no editing. So he thought at one point, let's have a film on the movement, Hare Krishna movement. So he asked Prabhupada if we could make a film on the movement. And Prabhupada said yes. He actually very kindly he funded that first movie called The Hare Krishna People. And that was the beginning of our filmmaking. Starting films here at Hare Krishna land, actually, and sending them back to the United States. We produced a few, about 8 documentaries. One of them was A Spark of Life. And that was in 1977 that we came back to Mumbai. Prabhupada was in the top floor of the palace, of the guest house. And I had not been to the Mayapur festival that year. So I went in to pay obeisances to Srila Prabhupada. I paid obeisances, and as I was saying the mantra, he said, you should come and go more often. So I took that to mean to travel more, to take more films, make more movies, basically. And then we showed that Spark of Life film to Prabhupada. Also, the Bhaktivedanta Institute at that time commissioned that film. They wanted a film to show how life comes from life and not matter. They wanted to defeat the material scientists with this presentation. So their idea was to argue against their theories. But we thought if we did that, the film would become outdated because their theories always change. So we decided to base the film on Bhagavad Gita. So we arrived with that film, or actually I arrived, you weren't there. We showed that film in Prabhupada's bedroom, actually. He was quite ill at the time. So members of the Bhaktivedanta Institute were present, and we showed the film, and there was dead silence after the film stopped. Tamal Krishna Goswami was the first person to speak up. He said, Yadubara, this is a big departure from your other films, because it had no devotees in it, no tilak, no saris, no dhoti, no devotees. But it was a conversation between 2 college students on a college campus discussing the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita. So another person spoke up. Prabhupada was silent, and he said quite a devastating comment. He said, this film is for women and children. Dead silence again. And another person, everyone was disappointed, basically. So it came time for Prabhupada to say something. Everybody was looking at Prabhupada finally. And he asked me, what is the result of showing this film? And we had showed it to a Sunday feast audience in Los Angeles. I told Prabhupada that before I came. And I said, Prabhupada, one guest came up to me afterwards and he said, "Thank you very much. Now I can understand I'm not the body." When Prabhupada heard that, he said, then it is success. And actually the film it turned out, the film went all over India. It was viewed widely. The Bhaktivedanta Institute members appreciated it in the end because it had the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita. Had we done the other thing, it would have been outdated. So that was just a remembrance about that particular film. We have many remembrances of the other films that were made under Prabhupada's direction. But we'd like to pass now on to Vishaka Devi.